Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, today I'm going to be making kind of a different video. This video is geared more so towards any tournament organizers out there in the Digimon community, big or small. It doesn't really matter. The number of people who participate in your tournaments today or might participate in the future. But I wanted to share a tournament platform that has just sort of opened their doors to Digimon in particular. And that tournament platform is Play Limitless, the Limitless online tournament platform. LOTP, I think, is the official name for it. But if you don't know about this platform already, it is made by the Limitless crew, which is out of Europe. They do a number of things, but one of the things they did for Pokemon, actually, was create a tournament pairing software that's just like web-based. And that was, right when, right after the pandemic hit, they tried to run some tournaments elsewhere, and then they created their own solution. Now, the reason I love this platform, I'm so glad that Digimon is a part of it now, and why I want more people, whether you're TO or you're a player and you want to suggest it to TOs in the future, is one, the ease of use for people playing in and hosting the tournament over, like for webcam tournaments in particular. You don't need an app to do the pairings, to see the pairings, any of that. So there's no separate app that you need with a phone. People don't have to worry about like, well, I'm using my phone for the camera, and none of that. And the other is the simplicity of like uploading deck lists, and then being able to, after a tournament is over, see all of the metagame information. What percentage of this deck was played in the tournament? How did this deck fare in the tournament? There's also like the question of like, can I see this list or that list? What list did well? This is all super easy to see in the platform, and I'm going to show you a little bit of it today, but just wanted to preface it. That's why I'm showing you this, and I want more people to use it because I think it's just an amazing resource that no other tournament platform really offers today. So with that, I'll just jump into the tournament that I ran last night as a first test run. All right. So yeah, the tournament that I ran was, I called it We'll Miss You War Greymon. It was the last BT4 tournament, basically, that I was going to be running. So there's a number of things here. Setting up the tournament is very easy on the back end. Once you get approved as a TO from the Limitless team, which, you just need to make sure you read the documentation, but there's no like restrictions. You can be running a tournament for you and 4 friends or whatever. It doesn't matter how large the tournament is. But once you get that, you can write up a whole description. You can put links there. There's automatically links for like a whole profile as a TO to both a Twitch stream and a Discord. And because all of Digimon's tournaments are run via webcam on Discord, this is perfect because that way people can sign up here. There's this Discord link, very obvious where you should go. But outside of all the information that you can post here, once a tournament is done, then you can see the standings, right? Pretty straightforward. The nice thing here, though, you can see all the standings, click into everybody's name, see how many points, their record, opponent's win percentage, etc. But you can also see the deck they are playing, right? And there is an algorithm, sort of a sorting thing on the back end. I say algorithm, it's very light, but it does sort based on all the cards in a list. And Limitless Connor is the one who manages that. And it sorts them and says, okay, this is a yellow War Greymon deck. And for decks that have a couple of varieties, he's even put in things like yellow War Grey Recovery, which might focus more on Magnadramon in the top end rather than Slash on the top end. But yeah, you can see here, almost every deck is labeled in here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then what you can do just from this page after a tournament, if you say, okay, well, Dan won the tournament with yellow War Grey, you can actually see everybody he played against and all of his opponent's decks just right there, easy. Then you can click and see his deck list all written out like this. You can even open it as an image. And it imports all of the images from the Digimon website. So that all comes from there. Gives you a nice thing that you can export as a PNG. Just absolutely incredible tool. Yeah. And then, so that's just like, one awesome aspect after the game. Obviously, you have all the pairings. You can see each round who played who very simply. You can see who, I don't know if you can see all of this because some of this is the admin view, but the main things that are really, really good about this is You can also see metagame. So as a TO and as somebody who makes a podcast for Pokemon, this information is invaluable. And the bigger the tournament, the harder it is to sort this. So the nice thing about this is you can see, okay, well, there was 2 Red Omnis, 2 Yellow Wargreys, 2 Recovery Yellow Wargreys. So all in all, about 4 Yellow Wargreys, right? That's fine. You can see the share percentage, how many of each deck was played in the tournament. But you can also sort by win percentage. So the Yellow Wargrey with Magnadramon as the top end had an 83% win percentage. And then the other Yellow Wargreys also had a 66% win percentage. So basically, if you ran Yellow Wargrey, you did great. I know we talk about like, oh, you kind of know what the best deck in format is. But things like this, if it's 4 out of 16, that's actually 25% of the meta. And it's also the top 2 decks in terms of win percentage. But again, the bigger the tournament, the more information you get out of this. It's absolutely incredible. You can certainly ask people in my Discord who played in the tournament how they felt about it. But from what I've heard, people enjoyed it. This is definitely like any new platform. Well, new to the person using it. They're going to be like, you don't know exactly where that button is or this button is, etc. Right? But once you get used to it, it's very simple. And one of the other things that's really amazing is importing a deck list. I can't show you all of the features here like this, but I can tell you that importing a deck list is also super easy. If you're a TO and you've run tournaments before, you know that collecting deck lists is wildly inefficient because, you know, nobody really wants to use the function on the BCP app, for instance. And people are going to send you images or they're going to send you links to digimoncard.dev, and it's kind of everywhere. When I ran it, I wanted to actually be able to look at what everybody was playing. So I had to create my own Excel with all the lists associated with Discord names, and it took me hours. But this is super easy because all the lists are there and you can import them as a player from digimoncard.dev. So you just create your list on digimoncard.dev, export as text, copy the text file, and import it into this software as your deck list. And then it does all the work for you after that of like sorting everything, creating the image, yada, yada. So as a TO, I didn't have to do anything. As a player, super easy. And also it means more people will use digimoncard.dev, which is great. Just great things all around. So yeah, that's what I would say is I would encourage everybody out there who runs tournaments, who hosts tournaments, etc., to try this platform out, see if you can use it. The only thing I would say that this platform doesn't currently offer, maybe they will in the future, maybe we can convince the Limitless team to include it, but I can't control that, is payment processing. So those of you who do use Best Coast, you do know that you can pay for the tournament through Best Coast. I know a lot of people run tournaments that cost money. So for this platform, you would have to figure out another more manual solution right now. That would either be allowing everybody to sign up and then just double checking who has paid and dropping people who haven't. Or you can make people pay upfront and then you give them single-use codes. So when you create a tournament, that's another option, is a single-use code. So as people pay, you give them the code, they go register. Either way, like you can manage this. The bigger the tournament, the more of a headache this is, to be frank. So, you know, fingers crossed they build in some simple payment processing into this. That would be amazing. That's really the only thing that this platform doesn't really offer. The other thing I will say that no other platform offers, as far as I know, is you can have a capped tournament, say 32 people, but there's a wait list. And the way the wait list works is you join, it knows who joined first, and as people drop, it automatically bumps people up into the tournament if they drop before the tournament starts. That could be dropping because they didn't check in for the tournament, they didn't submit a deck list, etc. So this is also great if you want to run capped events where more people might be interested in joining. And if you're a TO like me for these events, you know plenty of people drop. They have commitments come up, work comes up, they just don't want to play, whatever it might be. And having a system that automatically enters people in from the wait list also saves me so much headache. You have no idea. Anyways, that's going to be it. This is kind of a little extra video, very different from what I normally make, but I wanted to make it for the TOs out there. Yeah, thank you for watching. Reach out to me on Discord if you have any questions, and I'll actually put a link. I'm going to put a link in the description for the where you can sign up to get access as a TO to the platform. So definitely check the description. all that jazz. Reach out with any questions, and I'll see you in a future video. Carpe awesome.